Hey, what's up guys, Tech Titan here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you enjoy my content, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So in today's video, we're going to be doing the 4-month review of the Motorola Moto G Stylus. Let's talk about the design. So the way that Motorola approached the design of this phone is pretty normal. So they didn't do nothing crazy or added crazy extra features. And the back entirely is made out of plastic, and it does have these little dots on it on the back as well to resemble some sort of pattern, but they don't really provide any texture or anything like that. They're just there for mere aesthetics. They don't do anything else. And you also have your Motorola logo on top, as well as your quad camera, which we will be talking about in a little bit. So on the bottom of the phone, you still have your 3.5mm headphone jack, your USB-C, a microphone, your speaker, as well as your stylus, which we will also be talking about that in a little bit. And on the right hand side, you do have your power button, which also integrates your fingerprint sensor and your volume up and down. Now the fingerprint sensor and the power button, first of all, the buttons themselves are clicky, they're tactile, they're really good, and the fingerprint is fast and does what it's supposed to do. Now on the front of the phone, you do have your display, and this display is actually one of the nicest features about this phone. So it's a 6.8-inch 2400 by 1080p IPS panel, and it is a really nice display, especially for what you're paying for this phone. And this phone is priced around $150 to $200 depending on how you get it. The display itself, it's really sharp, it's vivid, and has some nice colors. Now it's not an OLED panel, so keep that in mind, but it does give you the benefits of an IPS panel. Now the camera on the back, like I said, it is a quad camera setup with your main sensor being a 48 megapixels, and you also have a wide angle sensor at 8 megapixels, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. And all of that, you can also shoot video up to 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second. I have a full in-depth camera analysis in the description below, but long story short, first of all, the way you launch the camera is still one of the coolest ways of any smartphone, period. Very quick, and you can snap and shoot pictures, and the picture quality that comes out of this phone is actually pretty good. I'll leave my full review on the camera in the description below. And as far as the specs go, the Moto G Stylus does have the following specs. So the non-5G version does have your Snapdragon Qualcomm 678 chip, and it is octa-core, and you also have the Adreno 612 accompanied by 128 gigabyte of storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM. And all that just combines for a pretty smooth experience and just overall nice way to top off such a good phone. So 4 months later, I really didn't have any problems with the phone itself. I did experience slight slowdown, but nothing too major. And when you run heavy demanding apps, you will also feel like it's, at the end of the day, a mid-range budget device. So yeah, I mean, with all these specs in the display, you also have a pretty sizable 4000 milliamp hour battery, and the battery life is also one of this phone's biggest advantage right after the display. So this battery will definitely last you a long day of heavy use. You can push it to up to 2 days if you go to light to medium use. And also we have to talk about the famous stylus. So Motorola took LG, since LG is no longer making smartphones, they just took their stylus from them. And the stylus is a cool addition. I didn't really find myself using it that much. Except actually lately, I did find myself using it whenever I want to sign documents or just do things of that nature. So that's a pretty cool, neat feature to have. It's better than using your finger in that regard. But the stylus is, like I said, it's a hit or miss. You either like it or you don't. You either use it or you don't. And this phone's priced around $150 to $200 depending on how you get it. You can also opt out to buy it unlocked, which will set you back around $250. All right, so with that being said, I mean, yeah, this is really my follow-up to the review that I did on this phone. I'll leave a couple of videos in the description that are useful if you want to know more about the Moto G Stylus, a more in-depth look. And yeah, with that being said, I mean, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.